Welcome everyone. In this video, I will be sharing with you how to make tapioca starch at home. To do this, all we need is some fresh cassava. So I'll start by peeling the cassava. After peeling all the cassava, I will be cutting them into blendable size. And after cutting the cassava into blendable size, I'll be adding water to them. Wash them thoroughly until they become clean. After washing the cassava and they become very clean, next we begin to blend. So I add some of the cassava into a blender, add some water and blend smoothly. And after blending and it becomes smooth, I'll transfer it into a bowl. Repeat the same process with the remaining cassava. And after blending all the cassava, this is the cassava paste we got. And the next step of making a cassava starch is to begin to squeeze out the starch from the cassava. And to do this, all we need is a bowl and a cheesecloth. So I'll spread the cheesecloth over the bowl, add some blended cassava to it, and squeeze out the starch from the cassava. And as you can see from the video, as I bring the cheesecloth together, the starch is already running out from the cassava. So I just go ahead and squeeze with my hand to help release the starch from the cassava. As you can see, this process is so easy. You don't need to add any more water to it because the cassava has already been blended with water. All you need to do is just squeeze out the starch from the cassava. Make sure to squeeze vigorously until all the starch is out from the blended cassava. And after squeezing out all the starch from the cassava, and this is how a cassava starch looks like. So next, I'll go ahead and remove the squeezed cassava from the cheesecloth. You don't have to throw this away as you can still use this to make garri. So I'll go ahead and repeat the same process with the remaining blended cassava. And this is a cassava starch after squeezing it out from the cassava. So I will set aside and allow to rest for about 6 hours. After 6 hours, I'll be bringing it back to drain the first water from it because the starch has settled beneath while the water is up. So after draining the first water, I'll be adding fresh water to it once again, stir together and set aside for another 6 hours. Please, if this is your first time of seeing my videos, I want to say thank you so much for clicking to watch. Kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that when I upload new videos, you will be notified. And to all my amazing returning viewers, I want to say thank you so much for always being there. I appreciate you. So after mixing it together with the water, I'll set aside and leave for 6 hours. And after 6 hours, this is how our starch look like. I'll go ahead and strain the water from it once again. Next, I'll scoop the starch into a tray and spread out properly. Take to the sunlight for it to be dried. Make sure to spread the starch out properly so that it can dry easily. After sun drying the starch, here we have the dried starch. So the next step is to transfer into a blender Blend smoothly or into powdered form. So I'll transfer into a blender and blend into fine powder. After blending and it becomes very smooth, I'll transfer into a collecting bowl. And this is our cassava starch, which came out very fine and smooth. Store in an airtight container, and this can last many days at home. Please, if you find value in this video, don't forget to click on the like button, comment and share this with your loved ones. Please watch out for what we'll be using our cassava starch for in my upcoming videos. Thanks so much for spending your time with me. See you in my next video. God bless.